The Great Barrier Reef Green Turtle Research Program is a 5-year research program funded by Reef 2050 through the Australian government's Reef Trust. This project broadly aims to improve our understanding of the population dynamics of northern green turtles and to help to identify effective ways to lessen the impacts of climate change on this stock. A core component of this program is examining the structure and trajectory of the northern green turtle population at their foraging grounds. We want to know how abundant they are. We want to know how many males are there versus females in this population and the ratio of juveniles to adult. And is it sustainable? What is this population going to look like 20 years from now?
Over the past 3 years, we've conducted 12 field trips to the Piper group of islands and also the reefs adjacent to Ereb or Darnley Island in the eastern cluster of the Torres Strait. We're aiming to try and capture safely as many turtles as we can to see what the population structure is made up of and potentially to see how many turtles are recruiting to these northern foraging ground areas. Over the last 20 to 30 years, we've seen some alarm bells ringing. We believe that there aren't enough juvenile turtles currently being produced from the northern rookeries such as Rain Island to replace the existing adult population that we see in our foraging grounds. So we're out here trying to find out whether the population is increasing, stable, or decreasing.
This gives us not only a snapshot of the current overall health of this population, but will also help to identify and direct management and conservation of this species going forward. But we can't do it alone. So the Reef Authority is working in partnership with the Department of Environment, Science and Innovation's Threatened Species Operations Team and Kuuku traditional owners and the Meriam Nation Traditional Custodians of the Eastern Torres Strait.
Working together like that, out on the reefs, out in the sea country, sharing information with each other, and gathering all the information that we need and helping the scientists determine whether the numbers in decline or it's staying there or is it increasing. It's a very vital piece of information to know what's happening with the famous green turtle.
Through our research here in this turtle program, the Western science and our traditional knowledge has told us what is happening and how it's affecting the turtles. The climate change has affected us and the turtle nesting sites are warming up. The ocean is rising, causing erosion to the nesting site. When the nesting sites are too hot, the hatchlings, most of them are female. So that affects the balance of the survival of the turtles.
Turtles can take up to 30 years to reach sexual maturity, and so some of the impacts of climate change won't be visible for that generation length. The sampling that we're doing in the foraging grounds allows us to understand what's happening to sea turtle populations across their life stages. So beyond the nesting beach, where we're only getting adult females, we get juveniles, we get subadults, and we get males. And so we get a better picture across the population.
This data is critically important because it informs management decisions and potentially conservation initiatives to protect the Great Barrier Reef green turtle genetic stock for future generations, not only for my children, but my children's children.
The Great Barrier Reef Green Turtle Research Program is filling some important knowledge gaps for this critically important species. We're doing that through aerial surveys to look at nesting distribution. We're looking at adult males and tracking them using satellite transmitters. We're looking at the foraging ground population. We're looking at whether or not you can artificially cool nests to try and produce more male hatchlings. For us as managers, it's then taking that information and translating it into the conservation outcomes and the management outcomes. One of the most important things about being reef managers and working with our traditional owners is the fact that collectively we're the custodians of turtles and all the things out there in the Great Barrier Reef. The value you get out of collaboration, to be able to be out there working on country and getting that two-way exchange of information, that's absolutely where the gold happens. Marine turtles have been around on this world for more than 150 million years. And if we want to see turtles into the future, it's the work we're doing today that informs the management of the future that's so important.